there's the Nanu. We're going to switch with this. And there's Amazing Destruction. You are now watching SWSHEnergy PTCG. Let's get it! Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to SWSHEnergy PTCG. I'm SWSHEnergy, and today we're going to be going over one of my own homebrewed experiments. So, this is one of those decks that I've basically based off of another deck. There was a group of players, including Ian, Rob, and some other high-profile players that were playing Axew Mega Tyranitar deck out deck that kind of popped off out of nowhere. I don't think they necessarily had the most success with it. The top placing deck might have went X3 or something like that. But I am taking this concept and plugging Yveltal Amazing Rare into it to try to be able to get off that huge attack that can OHKO anything. Now, for those of you who regularly watch this channel, this might not be the most competitive deck I've ever featured on the channel, but I'm certainly willing here to push everything I can as a player to make this deck work for this video. So hopefully it allows for some insight into the way that I'll play games, plan games, sequence things, and at the end of the day, it shows a cool way to get Yveltal Amazing Rare off. I don't know if anyone's necessarily thought of it yet, so it should be a huge first here. I'm super excited for it. If you're missing any of the cards for the deck, which is also featured in the description below, feel free to go to PTCGO plug in code SWSHEnergy5 to save 5% on your next order for whatever you're looking for. And I mean, if you're already liking the video or the channel in general, hit that subscribe button right there. Totally appreciate it. All right, let's look at how busted this deck looks like. So this deck's going to look it's going to look crazy weird to a bunch of peeps when you're looking at it right now. So I'm going to explain everything that possibly can be explained with this deck profile in a short amount of time. So we got a couple copies of the Yveltal, and we're trying to do the Amazing Destruction attack. Your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out. All the amazing rares you can see with all these nice little waves. There's a few amazing rares available in the past few sets. They all have this weird kind of energy cost that makes it difficult to attack with these types of decks. So when it comes to something like Yveltal, you got to have fire, psychic, dark, colorless when it comes to the energy cost. How are we going to get that? Well, I think Ns Resolve is a great way to attach a bunch of basic energies. So you can discard the top cards of your deck. If any of those cards are basic energy cards, attach them to one of your bench dragon Pokemon. So you might be like, yo, Zach, let me stop you right there, Home Slice. Yveltal is dark type. Are you blind? What the heck is going on? Do you not even know how to play Pokemon? Well, that's when we got Axew. So Axew is very interesting because it has the ability Unnerve. So your opponent plays an item or a supporter card from their hand, prevent all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. They can't Bosss Order this Pokemon up. They can't Crushing Hammer this Pokemon up. There's no way to really stop Unnerve that's really popular. So Axew is just going to vibe here. And you might be like, okay, so you can Ns Resolve to the Axew. That's awesome. But how do I turn this into an Yveltal? That's when this next up comes into Nanu. So you could choose a basic dark Pokemon from your discard pile, switch it with one of your Pokemon in play, and any cards, damage counters, blah, 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 attached to that Pokemon remains on the new Pokemon. So our goal here is to protect the Axew. We got the Mew to stop the Axew from getting sniped with like Cramorant, Tag Bolt, GX, anything like that. You can't Crushing Hammer, Bosss Orders, so the Axew is pretty safe beyond a few attacks like the Mew and whatever like that. You can Ns Resolve to this Pokemon until you get enough energies to deal with Amazing Destruction, and then Nanu to go Amazing Destruction. So if your opponent has something on the bench, you might be able to go Lieutenant Surge, Nanu, Bosss Orders in the same turn. There's a few cool things that you could do. This deck really sets off of using Snorlax, but in the way that I see this deck, you're probably going to beat 3 prize card decks like Eternatus and Centiskorch, or at least I think you can. You're probably going to lose against single prize card decks, and you might have a chance to beat some 2 prize card decks, such as Cracephalon, maybe. Because this deck really just relies off of Amazing Destruction. So Snorlax sets your deck up while you're just trying to vibe with the Axew, use Ns Resolve, build up energies, grab more Ns Resolve, etc., etc. You got a few copies of Munchlax, or 1 copy of Munchlax. That's to get things back that you might discard off of Ns Resolve. Same thing for Ordinary Rod and for Pal Pad. You want to continuously loop those things. You can continuously sack up Lillies Pokédoll if you need more time. With Lillies Pokédoll and Axew in play, your opponent literally can't knock out anything. So it's one of those things that's super cute. Pokegears to find all your available supporters. Quick Ball because this deck only plays basic Pokemon. Bird Keeper gives you a way to get out of the active spot. This Pokemon has 3 retreat cost. You can always Cynthia Caitlin it back into your hands like any other supporter. So I mean, the supporter line seems to work, and then there's enough Dark Fire and Psychic that I assume is going to be enough to hit with Ns Resolve. So this is more of like a deck experiment than anything that's tried and true. There's only 2 copies because you want to grab them out of the discard pile. So the 2 copies just to make sure that you don't prize one. You're only ever really going to set up one Yveltal and then go back to the drawing board with Axew. Overall, I think this deck seems like it's going to be an incredible amount of fun to really try out here. I don't think it's anything that I've necessarily tried before or that I've on this channel. Like, I've never really covered a rogue deck like this that I've come up with. But again, it is taking the core deck from the Tyranitar version of this deck that the Ian Robb and Co. played at a Hegster event. They necessarily didn't see too much success, but maybe this deck will kind of shed a new light on that kind of strategy. Maybe there's other better basic dark Pokemon to power up with the Nanu Ns Resolve Axew strategy. I'm not sure. The goal of this video is to really showcase some of the new cards from Shining Fates. Yveltal is really something where I'm like, I don't necessarily like the other ways that Yveltal was getting powered up. So I'm just kind of excited to play this version out. Showcase to you what it could use or how it could be used, and see if we could even win a game or 2 or not. Let me know what you think about this deck below. If you got any changes, suggestions, what's going on, let me know in the comments below. Let's jump into some games. Okay, so we're gonna call the coin flip, and we won the coin flip. I think it's actually better for us to go second with this deck. I thought it was better to go first, but I think we need a support to kind of get set up. And we only have the copies of Cynthia Caitlin. Okay, you want to know what? This might actually be one of the better setups that we've had with this deck so far. So I'm going to go ahead with the Snorlax before anything else. Because Snorlax can use Gourmandize at the very least. And this looks like I'm playing against either a Luke Metal, a Turbo Zacian deck, something. I'm not sure. I will definitely draw another card. Lillies Pokédoll seems like a great card to put down. As long as it's not ADP, I can imagine ADP might be a little bit of a difficult matchup. But I'll have to see exactly what's going on here. So our opponent's just going to get set up with whatever they got going on. It probably would have been much better for them to go forward with the Quick Ball first. But maybe they were like, I don't have a supporter. Actually, they're going first. Yeah, I think it would have been better for them to go Quick Ball first and then decide. Metal Saucer. I mean, it's not a bad turn for them. And there's the Intrepid Sword, and they're going to hit that energy. That's fine. I'm not necessarily worried about that. Okay, so the goal here is to try to just get set up. So I'm going to go ahead and go Cynthia Caitlin. If there's a card that I want to get in my discard pile, it's probably going to be Nanu for a late game in case my opponent were to play a Marnie or something like that. I will draw some cards. There's the Axew. They can't touch the Axew, and I can start building up energies to Axew. And now I'm just going to try to play my hand out a little bit. Because I'm not really worried about them going after these single prize card Pokemon. There's not necessarily anything that I want to put on top of my deck. So that means I'm probably going to try and draw with Gourmandize. Or not try to draw with Gourmandize. I'm just going to go ahead and draw with Gourmandize. So, next turn, I'm going to go for the Ns Resolve play. To me, that seems like it's a pretty good idea. I'm pretty excited about that. The Crushing Hammer won't even affect that because of Unnerve. So I don't need to really worry about the Axew. I'm just aiming to knock out 3 2-prize card Pokemon. It might take me a little bit, but let's try to get there. Okay, they're going to try to knock out the Lillies Pokédoll. That's fine. That is completely fine. The Marnie's also fine. There's nothing crazy going on in the hand. The Ns Resolve would have been nice. But it is what it is. There's another Ns Resolve. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, they just can't... It won't get heads. This has free retreat, so I can send that up. There's no Absol in play. Always try to remember to check for those absols now that it's seeing a little bit more play, peeps. There's a Munchlax, and... Okay, so I'm going to try to thin my deck out a little bit first. So I'm going to go Pokegear, try to grab a supporter card. No supporter card there. How many energies? There would have been 4 energies out of the top 6 cards. Yikes. Let's go Ns Resolve. So there's 1 energy there, but you can see that I also got the Yveltal on my discard pile. You always want to check what's going on in your discard pile with this deck. Let's go ahead here and attach a Psychic Energy. I'm going to retreat into the Snorlax, and I'm going to go for Gourmandize. So, I mean, I do have the whole Lieutenant Surge strategy to go for next turn. I mean, I could knock out this Zacian. If this was a 3 prize card deck, I'd feel like I'm pretty much in the move. I don't know why they decide to go after, go for the retreat there. That seems very, like, a awkward position for them to kind of... The more turns that I have, the better chance I feel I have of winning this game. But that's okay. We'll see if they're going to use the Team Yell Grunt. I don't... They don't understand. Which is kind of funny. The Axew is going to lead to some funny plays. So they're just going to continue on. And I mean, I think we actually might be able to take this game out. I think we might be actually able to take this game. So I'm going to actually go for... I don't need to worry about Mew here. I'm going to go for another Axew, just trying to get set up, if possible. So I'm going to go Lieutenant Surge, just in case I want to go for things. I'm going to go for Ns Resolve. So there's 3 energies. So I'm almost set up there. Before I go in with anything else, I am going to go for a Cynthia Caitlin. Put a supported card from your discard pile into your hands. I'm just going to... Oh, I totally meant to draw cards with that. Cool. Fun. You gotta love it. At this point, I really don't know what I'm going to be trying to search for. I think I want to just go for Gourmandize. I'm just trying to find energies at this point to be able to use Nanu. So, I should be pretty okay. I know I can get at least 3 knockouts this, or at least 2 knockouts this game. It's just going to become a factor of, am I able to find ways to get 3 knockouts this game? Now, that's going to require me not decking outs. That's going to require a lot of things. Now, my opponent just keeps on playing. So, I mean, I feel like I got some time. They don't understand still. Unless they're just trying to waste cards out of their hands. I'm almost fine with the Marnie too. It sucks that I have the Nanu right there, but... Got some energies, it's fine. Okay. So I'm going to send up the Munchlax as whatever. Okay, so I really have nothing else that I could do besides putting a Lillies Pokédoll down. I might as well build up an energy here. So I have 2 almost set up. And then I want to retreat here. And I'm just going to go Snack Surge. There's nothing else I can do. I'm in it for... I think I have like 4 turns before this becomes really scary. My opponent's also going through a bunch of resources with 3 Metal Saucers gone... 3 metal energies, another 3 metal energies. Again, they don't understand what Unnerve does, so they're just playing things. They must be getting really frustrated on their side. So I have a few turns and they're just vibing. Okay. So this means I'm just going to have enough energies to make things go. I want to make sure. So it's 1 of each, and then, yeah. So let's go ahead and just go another Dark Energy here. I'm going to go for... Snack Search. I could take my first KO here. If I'm able to get Nanu. I won't be able to get Nanu, though. The biggest issue here is I probably just want to go Snorlax. Put that on top of my deck, so no, I'm drawing Snorlax. I can attach another energy, and then just kind of vibe. Because I need to carefully plan this game out. Oh, they're going to go after the Munchlax. Crazy. They learned that part really quick. Okay. So I'm going to go Lillies Pokédoll. Snorlax is going to go down. This is going to get attached there. So I have 2 Pokemon fully powered up. Lillies Pokédoll into the Snorlax. I don't know if I'll actually be able to win this game. Gormandize. The biggest issue why I don't think I'm going to be able to win this game is the amount of prize cards I have left. So they're going to be able to get a knockouts. Or presumably be able to get a knockouts. It depends if they're able to get set up with their energies. I think I could bring this down to, like, I have 2 prize cards remaining. Maybe? Okay, there's the Nanu. Nanu number 1. We're going to switch with this. And there's Amazing Destruction. So I am able to pull off the Amazing Destruction here. I think I gave up 1 too many prize cards. Because they're going to be able to knock this Pokemon out. I knock them out, and then they can knock out the one after that. To me, that's the scariest part about this. If they just get the energies on the Zacian V, I'm toasted. So this deck probably does not win against 2 prize card decks, for what it's worth. I might have had to give out too many prize cards here. I'm not sure, though. Maybe they're just going to vibe out for a turn. Huh. No, they're going to definitely go for the knockout. That's fine. Maybe they won't have the energy. That's what I need to hope for. Is that they don't have the energy to attach to that Zacian V. But I think I'm absolutely toasted here. But being able to use the Amazing Destruction, it's huge. Marnie's not going to really do anything here, I don't think. But we'll see how it goes. Even if I had Black Market Prison Star in the deck, the Chaotic Spell there is just not going to really do anything here. This is, I need to get a Nanu this turn to respond for a knockout. Oh, and the fact that it discarded an energy does not, it does not seem like a good sign for me. Okay. Lillies Pokédoll is definitely going to be the one that goes up here. There's the Nanu. I mean, I feel like I got a chance here. Nanu again. Put that under, and I mean, we are close to getting the win. I still don't think they'd have to not get an energy and then send up the Zacian V. That'd be the really tough part. So I mean, I feel like this combination's showing some kind of promise. It's one of those things where, again, I might update it in the future. They're totally gonna get me here. But Nanu into Yveltal is absolutely hot. I'm super excited about it. We'll see if we can get a win here. But this deck's a little bit clunky, a little bit everything. So we'll see how it goes. So calling the coin flip, we lost the coin flip. At least I don't have to decide if I want to go first or second. I'm not entirely sure which way I'd like to play this deck, or if it's better to go first or second. You can see that Axew might not necessarily be the best start here. It's a little awkward to kind of play out. Now my opponent's playing Zacian V. I don't know entirely what they're playing in this type of deck. Okay, that's fine. Guess we gotta use Pokegear to see what's going on. So let's go with Pokegear number 1. Pokegear number 2, Cynthia Caitlin. Yeah, this is just not gonna work out. Yeah. So I mean, I guess here is one of those things where we're gonna attach a Psychic Energy or something like that and pray that we could top deck something the next turn. You can only attach Ns Resolve to your bench. Otherwise, I'd probably just hit it. I don't see us surviving with a 60 HP Axew for too long in this game. But I mean, maybe next turn I'll top deck. Maybe my opponent will play a Marnie. Try to stay in the game wherever possible, peeps. I know it can look very grim, especially if you're starting lone Axew against a Zacian. But it's, yeah, we'll see exactly how this goes. So they're going Eldegoss. Are they trying to win with Eldegoss? Are they going to use Float Up? I'm so unsure here. Okay, so they're going to go Switch. Research. It looks like it's Turbo Zacian. I mean, this might actually be a fine matchup if we're able to get set up here. But I'm just not sure if we are able to get set up here. That's the big question. That's the big, gigantic yikes. Looks like they might be struggling to get set up here too. I don't know for what reason or anything else like that. There's their Metal Saucer. Maybe they're just trying to determine if they actually have win. Oh, okay. They have a lot of stuff going on here. Energy switch, yeah. And we're going to lose on the second turn. Probably would have lost that game anyways, even if we got something else set up. So that's completely fine. That's what shows how inconsistent this deck can be, but it's kind of fun. So I lost the coin flip. That's cool. They're going to decide who's going first. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? I'm going first, apparently. Okay. This is, you know, it's interesting. We'll see what we hit here. They have a lot of basic Pokemon. Okay. It's an Eternatus deck. So this is something that I'm, like, okay with personally hitting. I'm going to go Pokegear. I'm not even going to grab anything. I'm going to go Snorlax. There's no other reason to do anything else. I'd really like to put the Yveltal down. They're just going to boss it up. I'm just going to go Gormandize for 3. So here I need to find an Axew ASAP. Hopefully my opponent Marnies me. That'd be huge. The fact that they're playing the Coughing in their deck means that they can probably shut off the Axews on Nerve. We'll see if my opponent gets there or even thinks about that strategy. But yeah, this could be absolutely disgusting. The Marnie is A+ here. I'm super happy about the Marnie. I don't know if I'm going to be able to win a game here for you peeps. I'm trying my best. So we do have access to the Quick Ball. We do have Pokegear. I mean, I don't think it's the worst. I need to just knock out 2 Eternatus. Hopefully my opponent does not hit us with the Galarian, Wheezing, or understands how Unnerve works, or how this deck works. So we got a whole bunch of stuff ahead of us. Okay, so I'm going to go Quick Ball, discarding a Lieutenant Surge. I don't know if I necessarily need it here. I'm going to go for Axew. I'm going to try to get set up with Axew as soon as possible. Let's go Ns Resolve, going on to the Axew. Okay, we only got 2 energies. That part kind of sucks, okay? And I'm going to go Gormandize here. Not the worst, not the worst. I wish I drew some of those energies off the Ns Resolve, though. Ns Resolve is forever one of those interesting cards. They're grabbing the Coughing because they definitely have access to the Eternatus VMAX of some sort. They're going to fill up that bench a little bit more. I also think the new Coughing's a little bit better. So if you're my opponent right now and you're watching this video, hit up PTCGO store, use some of those new codes, get some Shining Fates codes, fams. There's the 10 damage on the Axew. You hate to see it. Well, they're not going boss, so that's huge. I don't necessarily care if they get the Galarian Weezing set up if they don't use the boss. I'm fine if they just want to try to knock out some Snorlaxes here and there, which seems very likely what they might be doing. They might be like, "What is this stupid deck?" They got both VMAXs set up. We might be able to get this here. Okay, we're gonna set up Snorlax. We gotta send up a few more things before the Axew comes out to play. I need to get the Yveltal in the discard pile. So I'm gonna discard a Psychic Energy. I think that's probably fair. Grabbing an Yveltal, discarding the Yveltal for another Axew. How many energies are left in the deck? 4, 5, 6, 7. Hello. That was certainly fun. I mean, this game might be over, just based off what I've been hitting here. Over for me. So I think this deck might need, with all the Ns Resolves that needs to be hit over and over again, I might need to worry about some other things going on here. When it comes especially to the... I no longer can get back my Munchlax, my Ordinary Rod, my Pal Pad. So I might need some way to kind of get around this kind of strategy. I don't know why they're doing that. Are they trying to draw more cards with Crobats? So I think this deck needs to go back to the drawing board, peeps. They're like, this guy's a hacker. Okay. Don't have too many turns more to make this happen. Okay, let's discard this. If I ever had a supporter card that I was looking for, it's going to be an Ns Resolve, if not a Nanu. Do you have one Nanu there? I don't hate that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead here and pass my turn. They got to be wondering what the heck is going on. Same thing as some of my other opponents, just with everything going on in the deck. Please don't go for some kind of building spite strategy. Please don't start attacking with your Spiritomb. No, the Marnie of Death. This is so sad. I'm trying to win this game here, fams. There's only so much I can do. Oh, okay. There's nothing here that I necessarily want to grab out of my discard pile. I'm going to grab a Dark Energy here. That's enough for me to get eventually set up. Actually, maybe not. I'm going to try to go Bird Keeper first before doing anything else. So I'm set up at least to do that. And then I'm just going to pass. This is the part where I'm just like, my opponent with a single prize card, even though like I thought Eternatus would be a good matchup, and I know 100% what I'm doing with Eternatus, I never factored in something like Spiritomb being so small when I'm playing against this deck. I mean, I have a small window where I can attack with Mew, maybe. We'll see exactly what they do. They finally are getting out the Galarian Weezing. We'll see if that's enough. This is a game that was looking pretty good, is looking fairly bleak here, peeps. But you want to know what? It's all in the spirit of fun content. Yep. This is particularly bad. I mean, how many bosses have they used? I mean, they've used 2 bosses and they play catcher, which I think is incredibly whack. I think my best case scenario here is actually to go dark, retreat into Lillies Pokédoll, discarding a dark, Nanu myself at this point, and I'm going all in here trying to get a Bosss Orders for next turn. So I'm not even going to play the Pokegear this turn. I'm going to try to wait until next turn to even thin my deck out 1 more card. So I'm going to go like that. I mean, I'm on a path where I could win this game. The Galarian Weezing is definitely going to make this terrible for me. But the fact that they have the Galarian Weezing up there, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's a legitimate win con here. They're going through a lot of resources in their deck. I don't know how they fit Crushing Hammer, Galarian Weezing, Spiritomb, Hoopa, Hiding Dark Energy, Piers, Pokemon Catcher. They must have a bunch of 1-ups in their deck that they just like to see a lot of the time. So there's the Severe Poison. I'm cool with that. We're going up active with the Yveltal to try to push us closer to a win con here. Come on, Pokegear, don't fail me now. No. Okay, we're gonna go Bird Keeper here. And we're gonna go straight pass. I mean, really needed that Bosss Orders there. Really needed it. And I don't want to see this Yveltal get punished here either. I want to be able to knock out the Yveltal with 2 energies in play. That'd be the hot play. Okay. I have to send up another Lillies Pokédoll. Again, really running out of turns here. Lieutenant Surge, Cynthia Caitlin. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna grab a Bosss. Let's boss up this one, I guess. We're gonna get the attack off for sure. I mean, at this point, do I even have an out is the question. I could have actually done the Ns Resolve, then put the Lillies Pokédoll on top of the deck, but I just wouldn't have had an out here. So, okay, that's okay. I'm just going to go for the knockout. I mean, I am able to draw 3 prize cards here at once, which is fairly hot. The amount of energies prized this game does not help out at all either. Maybe my opponent will Marnie me. That'd be some prime stuff. And a Skyla in their Eternatus deck. Crazy. The Black Market Prism Star. Interesting. They're not going to draw a prize card. We might actually have a chance here. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel comfortable in this game. How in the world am I going to make this happen? There's that. I don't have a Bird Keeper, so I'm gonna have to discard an energy. Okay. I'm gonna try here. So the Nanu's not gonna particularly work. I mean, I guess I could go Nanu, Cynthia Caitlin. So yeah, I got a Nanu already. Hope that my opponent does not have a Bosss or something like that. And then I have to pass here. I have to pass, send that up. They're just gonna go Anguish Cry. That was not the top deck that I needed, unfortunately. So that means at this point I just have to go for it. Put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hands. And we're going to pray here that my opponent just attacks the active. We have hopes, we have dreams, everyone. We have hopes, we have dreams, everyone. Oh, interesting. How many switches have they used? They've used 1 switch, 2 switch. Okay, we gotta try again. We're giving them a prize card there. Crazy win con, crazy win con. If they have the Bosss, they win the game. Well, they have to get a Bosss switch and attach an energy there. Or they could play... Marnie doesn't win in the game. I have 1 more card. Building Spites. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, this is crazy, this is crazy, this is crazy. Please just attack. Please just attack. Come on. Yes! Yes! Let's go! We are able to win the game with a 1 card left in our deck. Well played. I'll put the extra energy just cuz. Amazing destruction. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe that we won a game with this deck. I mean, I made it my goal to try to include as many new Shining Fates videos on my channel, just to kind of keep the creative juices flowing. And I mean, definitely going outside of my comfort zone with a lot of these decks. A lot of them are on the rogue side. I usually try to, not to say like leave them for great content creators like Little Dark Fury, or even my pal Maddie that I frequently collaborate with. But I did decide to go with kind of these fun decks, and I'm super excited to just kind of bring that joy, that win, that like we got you moment, as you can see that I played in that last game. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Maybe you have some suggestions on this deck. I think this deck definitely needs to go back to the drawing board 100%. There's just too many things that are off about it to make it good, but it's so fun. It's just so fun. Getting off double amazing into destructions is disgusting, and I wouldn't want to wish that against anyone. I'm sure my last round opponent is just like reanalyzing everything they did. They're like, what the heck? My crushing hammer, my Pokemon catcher didn't work. What's going on? But no, for all seriousness, it was super fun to play this deck, and hopefully you enjoy some of the more upcoming more rogue side videos that I have coming on my channel. I'm just trying to again cover all the Shining Fates new decks until we get battle styles out there, and again try to fit in some more of the competitive stuff. So stay tuned for all that. Again, thank you so much for all the support. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It recently looked, it shows that there's only about 60 or about 40% of my viewers that are subbed to the channel. That means that we got 60% of y'all that haven't hit that sub button. Come on, you can do it. We're trying to get to 2,000 or 1,500 or wherever. We're trying to aim for the moon here, okay? Anyways, I gotta go. I'm actually just gonna have some dinner, not even going into content creation. I need to like chill off after that game. That game was crazy stressful, but I appreciate all y'all watching until this point. Thank you so much, and until next time, have yourself a great one. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you haven't already, it'd mean the world to me if you could subscribe to help support me as a content creator. Thanks again, and have yourself a great one.